Hey YouTube, this is my second in a series of videos about eyebrow piercings. The first was just a general rambling about care and tips for eyebrow piercings. The one thing I think if you are getting done, like pierced, if you see your piercer do this, don't go to them. Leave. Just a general informational video, I suppose, about eyebrows. This one is going to be more focused on how to hide your eyebrow. Now, if you watched my last one, you know I highly suggest getting your eyebrow pierced in a 2-month period where you can keep it in, like no matter what. So if you're going away to college and you just don't go home for 2 months and don't let your parents visit you for 2 months. They say 6 to 8 weeks. My body heals really easily from piercings, I found. I still needed the full 8 weeks. So I highly suggest making sure that you can wait the full 8 weeks. And the more you clean it, the less irritated it'll be if you put in a clear eyebrow retainer after that 8 weeks is up. So just some general hints. If you want to hide it sooner, you better be cleaning that out like every day, twice a day, at least. I already have my ring out. First things first, I highly suggest getting side bangs cut in your hair if you don't have them. And if you're a guy, like maybe do the Bieber coif and put it around that side, because that is really helpful in making it a lot less obvious. The eyebrow piercing, like I have my nose pierced, it's really easy to stick a clear retainer in and it's flat, and you can't see the other end of the retainer because it's in your nose. With your eyebrow, it's going to come out anyway, so it's not nearly as easy to hide as some other piercings are. So, yeah, I already have it out, you see. I've got my bang, and my hair's a little wet, so it's not going to demonstrate as well how it hides, but, first things first, this is only going to be helpful if you've got dark hair, but getting a black one, and if you're just going to see your parents in passing, like you are at home and you're leaving to go hang out with friends, and you know that, like, my dad doesn't really pay attention to my face that much, to be honest. Slip this in. Let's see, it's hard to see when you're doing it through a photo booth, but there you go. Okay. I know it looks kind of obvious, but if you have the side bang thing, and you just leave them there, nothing. You're fine. Same. Okay, well, before I even talk about the clear retainer, let me show you what it looks like. A clear eyebrow retainer has generally a flat, it doesn't really look flat because of the low quality of the camera, but, see, can you tell? Yeah, see, it's flat, like, it generally, the bottom part will come with a clear O-ring. I don't suggest using the clear O-ring. It's very obvious. It looks like something gigantic is sticking out of the bottom of your eyebrow. Like, this is already kind of obvious for a retainer, but the clear O-ring does not help at all. So, and it's not like this is gonna fall out, like, unless you're a gym, like, doing some crazy shit, you should be fine. I mean, if you're walking around with your friends, this isn't gonna fall out through your eyebrow. But anyway, I don't suggest using this if you can avoid using this for long periods of time, just because my eyebrow still gets a little irritated, so I try not to keep it in as much. I almost want, one thing I kind of want to do one of these days is just cut the excess from here, because I feel that, I mean, it's not that noticeable at the top. Like, it does look kind of noticeable in the camera, but in person it's really not. But, and then just again the side bangs. So, if you're thinking of keeping your eyebrow ring out, I would say don't do it for any longer than like 30 minutes. Because mine closes up really fast. My nose, I know people whose noses close up in like 2-3 hours. I can leave my nose out for 9 hours and have absolutely no issues getting my jewelry back in. But my eyebrow, if it's out for more than an hour or two, it's a very messy. It's messy putting it back in. So, yeah, just avoid that at all costs. Don't leave it out if you can help it. So, and then if you're gonna have it out for just a short period of time, and you're like, for instance, I'm a music major, so I have choir performances and singing performances, and it's not recommended to keep your hair in your face. Like, you're supposed to pull it back. Like, bangs you shouldn't have, because it detracts from your facial expressions when you're singing. Not that you care, but so if you have to have your hair pulled back and your parents are coming, say, to watch you, what I do is I just, before I run out and say hi to them, I'll just dab as much powder foundation as I can, and don't do that with new piercings. And then even if it's an older piercing, clean it like ASAP, because you don't want that shit just chilling in your eyebrow piercing. That's bad. But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Try to avoid putting makeup in it, because it's really not good for it. But if it's generally a healed and good piercing, a little bit can't hurt. I've only done it once though, so I pretty much avoid it at all costs. So yeah, any more questions, feel free to ask, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.